Sunday morning, soft light, coffee going quiet side.
Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome here if you are new. I am Daquana White. I bring you plus size fashion content as well as lifestyle and beauty content usually. However, today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I have rediscovered my love for reading and it has become one of my most, favorite hobbies ever again. And I can go back to all the way when I used to steal my mom's books. I was about 10, 11, 12, stealing her Zane books from the closet and adult content I shouldn't have been reading. But yeah, I used to love to read, and I'm so happy to have the time, or to make the time, to go back into that. So what actually got me back into reading, I'm trying to keep this intro pretty short, under 3 minutes, so we can just get into redesigning or redecorating and sorting through my book nook, aka the master bedroom closet. So what brought me back into reading is actually because around this time of the year, I typically, between November, December to like February, I am like in a state of seasonal depression sometimes. It could be months, it could be a weeks, it could be a day, you know? So with that being said, this year it was kind of rougher towards like the beginning of January. It was a little bit rough, and what actually brought me comfort in the times where I just had so much downtime, too much time to think, was reading. And the book I read was by Akwaeke Emezi called You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. And I'm going to remember that book for a very long time because it meant so much to me. And within the book, they actually discussed grief so beautifully, and it really resonated with me. So that's what really kicked off my reading. Just so much downtime, and I had got books for Christmas, and yeah, so it was basically a mix of things. So in this video, again, I'm gonna try to keep the intro short. I just want to tell you guys, I want to pull out all the books in my book nook. I want to upload them to Bookly, which is one of my favorite, well, the only book app I have on my phone outside of like Audible. I also don't know if I want to stamp only the books that I've read, or the books, just every book in the closet, because it says this book is from the library of Daquana White. So it's like I might as well just stamp all of them, I feel like, as I log them into Bookly. And I need to hang the floating shelves that are going up in there, along with, I already filmed a book haul, so I'm gonna have different hair throughout this video, y'all. And just add the books back, and also tell you guys like some of my book faves, more so at the end, like the LED lights and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and hop in, because I don't want to rant for too long. I'm super excited to film this video, to get the book nook together. It was already cozy, but now it's going to be organized and cozy.
Two hippie-ish ladies squeeze pears. A tall guy ladles curry.
I can't let you do this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be the same. Oh boy, there's gotta be more to this. Just tell me that I'll hold you in my arms again. Giving up on love. We're giving up on love.
Hello, so this is Daquana from the past hopping in. I wanted to do a book haul, and I might as well include it in the book nook reorganization. Please don't overfill. Please keep in mind we are in a closet, so I do have to use artificial lighting, ring light, and the overhead light sucks. And then the tent light can only be on red, green, or blue without having a flicker effect. This is white. You see what I mean? This is the color I usually keep it on right here. No, it's this one right here, but it also flickers. So to keep it less busy and less annoying, I just put it on red for the sake of the video. So yeah. But let's go ahead and hop in. I guess as I show you all the books, I'll tell you why I got those particular books. But before we get into that, I did pick up this crate. I left one downstairs because I want to take one to like a local bookstore and do some shopping. And this one may be broke. I'm glad this is going to be the one for decoration in the closet. So the idea is, yeah, I'm going to complain to Amazon. The idea is that you can fold this crate, and I should have known since they were so cheap that they were going to be like this. But it was so many options, but these were like one of the only ones that had the handle. So I chose these. Okay, so you just fold it up and make sure you snap it into place. Again, this one was going to be for decoration in here, so I don't necessarily need the handle, but hello. The idea is that you can use it to carry things or to display things, but I thought this would be cute. It fits probably like 6 books depending on like the it'll be like the average width. So yeah, you can definitely take a book and put it in there and walk around the store with it. So I thought that was cute, and it's your basket so you can leave with it. You don't have to get a bag. But yeah, this one is just for display in the closet, and it breaks back down. But I'll do that another time. And it also came with 2 smaller ones. The only thing is these are different pinks, but they came in the same set. So I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Okay. Both of these handles work, but this is a lighter pink and this is a more rosy pink. I don't know how I feel about it. So we're going to also add books to this cart, the TBR cart. I chose this one because it actually has a pull-out drawer, and I just keep like fun little book weights, finger reader thingies, LED page lights in there. So I thought that was cool, and I keep my book page stamper that has from the library of in there. So yeah, we're gonna get into so much in this video. So let me get into the book haul. We have this book here, Sanctuary of the Shadow. I actually picked this book up, and it might be dumb. This right here. The pages are too cute, and I just like books that are either special edition or just really, I love the spray paint look. Like, that's literally why I got it. I don't care to know what books are about before I read them. To be honest, like, I'm happy with a good review, or I'm happy with this book will make you cry, or it just looks great. And if I read it and it sucks, then I'll just say I read it and it sucked. So then I picked up Pretty Girls. Hope you guys can see. I know the ring light can be a little reflective, and this is by Karen Slaughter. I believe it was in a recommendation on either YouTube or TikTok. I picked up The Handmaid's Tale. I'm assuming, yeah, The Handmaid's Tale and The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. And clearly I picked it up because I like the show on Hulu. But this box was a little damaged, so I wasn't happy about that. But I love the actual feel of the book. Honest. This book here, Kristen Hannah, The Great Alone, a YouTube recommendation. It was on like a top books ever type of list. It's either going to be YouTube or TikTok, so I'm going to say a social media recommendation. The Perfect Marriage was specifically from YouTube, but I did see a little bit on TikTok. And this one here by Geneva. Is it Geneva Rose or Geneva Rose? I'm going to say Geneva, but either way, this was like, I don't have too many thrillers in my collection, so I'm ready to hear this one and read this one because I listen and read at the same time. and I kind of go back and annotate. So I think I listen and read like a book 3 times before I say I'm done. This is Emily Henry, Happy Place. This was recommended by so many people. A lot of people love Emily Henry. I'm curious to see what it's about. Again, I don't pick up books already knowing what they are about. Some people do give like brief reviews and synopsis, but yeah, I just like, oh, this cover is gorgeous. Honestly, if you have a great personality and I love watching you and I'm attracted to you on social media and you give me a book recommendation, I just might take it just because I feel like you got taste because you got personality. So this is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. The cover is gorgeous. Again, apologies for the artificial light, but you know, I like this little den, this little cave. So I have And Then There Was Me by Sadiqa Johnson. Hunting Adeline here. And I already have, what is the other one? Haunting Adeline. It's somewhere over here. So I was like, I didn't know it was 2 books. So when I saw somebody doing a book organization, bookshelf organization video, I was like, wait, there's a 1 and a 2. So here we have a series by Blake Carrington, and it's called Trap Star. The reason I picked these up were because I have a lot of Black authors when it comes to poetry books. I do have a few Black authors when it comes to novels, but I didn't like, fiction, I would say. For fiction, I didn't have that many Black authors. So I'm not too happy with how the spines look. These books are way thinner than I thought. This is 3 books. So it's going to be a quick read. Like I'll probably finish this whole thing in a day, like all 3 books. This book is called Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. And I just heard great reviews on social media. They said this was their favorite Colleen Hoover book. I read Ugly Love and I actually liked it despite the mixed reviews on Ugly Love. I'm going to read Verity. It starts with us. It ends with us. Okay, so I have this set from Ashley Antoinette. And it's called Butterfly 1, 2, and 3. I love the covers. I love the spines. It's just like so simple yet perfectly done. So you have the 1 butterfly on there, the 2 on there, and then the 3. And this one is given, it's going to be about grief. It's going to be about lust, cheating. It is a Black author. It is urban fiction. So I'm super excited to see how I feel about these books. Is Firefly Lane. And what I'm going to do is just mention the other books so I don't have to come back and show you all later. But I have Firefly Lane. I heard this was a really good book. And that's why I got it. Then I have 13 Reasons Why. And you guys already know why. Because I watched the show, right? So I wanted to read the book. What we have going on here is books that I've finished, books that I'm currently reading, and books that I need to finish annotating. So with that being said, so far in January of 2024, I finished You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Twilight, the first book. I'm going to start the second book shortly. Currently reading The Boyfriend Project by Farrah Roshan. Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. Not sure how I feel about that yet, but I'm on like chapter 40 something. And then I watched this series, Fool Me Once, on Netflix. So I wanted to read the book. So we are going to read that. It's like more so my immediate. And then If He Had Been With Me, I did finish the book. I'm just going back and annotating. That's why I said I think I'll read books 3 times before I say I'm done. I listen to them. I go back and annotate. And while I'm annotating, I read a little bit more. So I feel like I read them 2 to 3 times. So yeah, that is the top shelf of the TBR cart. I wasn't going to do one, but it worked. And I should have got pink, but the white was like same day delivery, so I got white. In the drawer, as I mentioned, I just have some book accessories. One of my favorite things being the book stamp. So that is one thing I have to do, is stamp all my books. And I don't know if I want to stamp all the books as I read them all, or as I take them out and reorganize them. So we shall see. Now let's go ahead and pull down the books that is on our TBR. Let me go look, because I did post it on TikTok. Okay. So we have, okay, let me turn the music down. Okay, it feels like a lot of it is over here. Mame by Jessica George to put up here. Then I have Bitter by Akweke Emezi, because I really love You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. So I'm going to put that one. Murder is a Piece of Cake. This is by Valerie Burns. I read the first book, 2 part sugar, 1 part murder. So yeah, that was a cute read. So I decided to read the second book. Then we have Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. And I heard really good things on TikTok about this book. Again, I'm not putting them in any particular order. Then I have Amber Smith's The Way I Used to Be to go on the shelf. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I heard really good things from the ladies and the gents on that book. The Body Keeps the Score by, I feel like I'm going to butcher it, Bessel van der Kolk. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Then we have 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I have so much more room for my TBR. Okay. All the things, well, not all the things. The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. And we have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. Okay. I'm really not trying to hold y'all for too long, so I hope I'm not feeling like I'm rushing through this. Kennedy Ryan's Before I Let Go is going to go up here, because that is one that I really want to start soon. This is another one, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Hope I said that correctly. I don't know if I want to start this. Like, it won't fit up here, no way. But I know I want to get to it. But I know it's not like at the top of my list, like Before I Let Go. Then we have The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert. Okay, cool. I'm like, we just heard it. Everything I Know About Love, Dolly Alderton. And I'm going to put that here as well. Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. And I hope I said that correctly. And that's going to be the last book we put here. A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. And that's going to go here. So apparently I can add some more books. So I'm super excited. Archer's Voice. And this is by Maya Sheridan. And she is going to fit right perfect, because she's at the top of my to read list. And then we have You've Reached Sam. And this is by Dustin Thau. And yeah, heard good things about her. Or not her. I speak of my objects as if they are feminine. So I call like this card, I would be like, she's cute. So yeah. You've Reached Sam. So let's go ahead and put some more books on the TBR. Now that I've found you, okay, Alone with You in the Ether, definitely. This is one of my favorite covers. This is by Olivia Blake. So we're going to put that. Then we have Hurricane Summer, Asha Brumfield. Butterfly I at least want to do book number 1. So I'm just going to put book number 1 there. And then the same thing for the Trap Star series. I feel like I'm going to do all of them, but we'll just start by putting book number 1 just to not overdo this shelf. We have Powerless. Let's put The Perfect Marriage up here. I want to do Verity. I got that from Thrift Books. Haunting Adeline. I want to do it's something about Andrea. X for Andrea. Things We Never Got Over, sorry, by Lucy Score. Things We Left Behind is the last book, I believe. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just doing this like y'all know. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And lastly, one of my favorite movies is The Fault in Our Stars. So, got to put that on the TBR.
How do we always lose track of time? You make me feel like I'm the sun and you're outer space, wrapped around me like cellophane.
Okay, so while we have some daylight, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I got done so far. So I did go ahead and pull all of these books off of the diagonal shelves, and then I also pulled out the TBR card. So I'm going to show you all what books I have, or what piles I have actually. So the top left, we have Black authors. I might divide it into contemporary, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do so much as like romance, contemporary, blah blah blah. I might just do like a whole Black section, and that's just gonna be that. Then I have my PCOS books, my plant books. Then I have the God series by Mary Monroe. Then these are like Black classics: The Bluest Eye, Love by Toni Morrison, Wait Until Exhale. Then coming down to the second row, from left to right, we have books that are a part of sets. So you see Haunting Adeline. I have Haunting over on my TBR. Then we have nonfiction and like bios. And then these are my romance books, but I might change it up to coming of age and romance. I'm not sure. Then these are thrillers where you see the Not So Perfect Strangers. Interiors, that pile is going to be, it's Iyanla so far, but it's going to be all books that I see as like healing. And then the Colleen Hoover. So last row so far, we have fantasy, then we have contemporary, and also shows that are based off of the book. So books that were made into shows. To show you all, like, it is like a cave, and um the natural lighting, oh, it's so ugly. Like, I hate it so much. So yeah, I'm gonna bring up the more like daylight LED white lamp and just have that in here while I'm working at night. Because as you can see, even if I'm working in here in the daytime, it's not gonna give you the full effect. But we still have these books to pull out. Let me lift you guys up a bit. These books also have to come down. These books still have to come down. And those books, I may or may not pull them down. They were just like Black decor books from my plant room previously. So I'm not sure about pulling them down, but I think I am. Move this lamp in here, and it's already better. So let me move it all the way in. I'm probably going to put it behind the door. White, like that. That always gives me like a blue feel. Or I can do warm or like daylight LED. So probably gonna sit that behind the door and get to work, which work requires us to take all of these books out, which we will do in a few. Let me charge my camera up and we're gonna get back to it.
Oh boy, there's gotta be more to this. Just tell me that I'll hold you in my arms again. Giving up on love, on love. We're giving up on love. We're giving up on love, on love. We're giving up on love. Giving up on love, on love. We're giving up on love, on love. We're giving up on love, on love. We're giving up on love.
You know how you start something and it's like, yeah, I gotta do it. I wanna do it. I'm excited. But then you think like, how long is this actually gonna take? And then I think about the level of organization I want. I might consider labeling after I put the books back. I might label it, but I'm like, is that gonna look cheesy? So I don't know if I want to do that. Then I have to log all the books into Bookly. That's a thing. And I want to categorize them while in Bookly, but I can do that a little bit later. I don't have to do it now. But yeah, and I'm like, am I gonna really stamp all of these books? I don't know. Again, we're in my closet, so these are my t-shirts and my activewear and stuff. So we have to go around that. Luckily, it's not too much. We just have, I kind of know this stuff is like historic, I believe, but I still have to take everything down because I still want to rearrange it.
Watch me, caught up in the light, I'm falling. Tripping to the night, I'm all in. Drifting in your tide.
The bonnet is on, so we either mean business or we getting in the bed. The book piles that I have, again, apologies for the light. It won't be the best, especially at night when I really have time to work on this. But I think tomorrow in the daytime, we will be working on it some more. So these books are already categorized as I showed you guys earlier. These are to be categorized, which I'm about to sit here and do now. And then I will start logging these books in Bookly. What I'm going to do is organize these books. And after I organize those, I'm going to go through the books on my TBR and make sure those are logged into Bookly. I know the top row is, but I don't know about the other two. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Sunrise, perfect on your face, talking all night, memorizing ways you feel right, fit into place so dreamlike.
Alright, so we have the list. I'm gonna go to books. These are all the ones that, let me see if it'll focus a little more. All the ones I just added. There are only 6, which are like the urban fiction ones that I have to fix. The Butterfly series and the Trap Star series, where I have to fix the page numbers and the covers. So I'm gonna go ahead and save these books, and it just added. So now our collection is at 70, and you can click there and see all the books that you have. That is literally just a few of the books that I recently got in the TBR cart. I have a lot more to log in tomorrow. So I'm going to go fix the covers of those 6 books, and that is pretty much going to be that for tonight. So I'm going to fix those with blank covers, and I'm also going to make sure I'm going to alphabetize it and make sure I don't have any duplicates, like if I added anything twice. Hopefully I didn't. I don't think I did. Good morning. We have some daylight, or actually it's afternoon. Good afternoon. So just a better overview in the daylight of what we have here. I did not take the sets out, so the random hanger is hilarious. The sets are still in there, but this is what we have so far. I have some video editing to do for work, right? Content. But I will come back and finish this later. And I know the lighting sucks at night, but I think at that point I'll be putting the shelves up in the closet, and the lighting is a little bit better when the lamp is just in the closet. So we should be good. I take a leveler and then I put it on the shelf. I move it around until it's centered. Then I mark my holes. And what I'm going to do is go in and drill all my holes, bang in all my anchors, then go back and screw every shelf up, just because I feel like that'll be easier. So what I actually need to do right here is do a little tiny mark. So I know I can get that off with a magic eraser. So I know how far down I can come. So we're gonna do it about here, but we actually need it to be leveled. We don't have this thing to help us. So we're gonna just slide, because we are being a little lazy. Make sure it's with that hole. And look over here. Let's go ahead and level it out a little bit and continue to slide. Now it may not be perfect, but it's gonna do what it needs to do. We're gonna move it down till about here. Level it out. Can y'all see me? Move you up a little bit. So once it's leveled, you want to go ahead and again make your circles, and going ahead and doing this now instead of one by one is just going to help us speed through the process. Okay, so boom, did put that other artwork up there by She Wants to Move. So now we are here. I could use a bigger drill bit, but it's fine. I just go back and forth to make the hole bigger instead of getting a bigger drill bit. Oops. It's fine. That's fine. Oh, what I actually need to do, I'm going to go get a towel to put over my book sets over here so we don't get wall dust on it. Whoops. Take our anchors, which are for the white pieces. Pretty sure y'all know, well, some of y'all probably know about floating shells, and I know others of us we don't deal with this. But y'all, I'm a handy woman. I love doing this type of stuff. I'm just going to put all of these in, which it is 10 of them. And this is the worst part. I hate the noise of banging. Not too bad. I always screw in my screws after I bang in an anchor. They do provide the screwdriver, so I'm assuming that's how they want me to do it. But most instructions say, like, don't drill the screw into the anchor. I don't know why, but yeah. So I just turn it in with my hand first a little bit, then go back with the screwdriver, holding it flat against the wall. All right, so all the shelves are up. They're not extremely like perfect or anything, but they're cute. And I say that because this starts to come up higher. Like, let me see. See, yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. They're cute. And they're gonna, I might put a lot of sets or a lot of similar authors up here. But I'm so excited to finally have these shelves up because I definitely been procrastinating, but we're here. Now what I have to do is continue logging these books into Bookly. Current situation. Baby over there is on her monthly. Well, it's not monthly for dogs. It's like every 3 to 4 months or 6 months or something. But yeah, she's chilling in the cage. I guess the other one is in the other cage, I guess. These all are added to Bookly already, and they are categorized. Finally be here. This took me like overall probably 5 hours to sort, maybe even more, to sort them, categorize them, and add them all to Bookly, categorized and logged in. So I'm at 262 books. Probably got about 8 right here. Probably make it to 270. If we're going to count the sets, it's probably going to be over 300 books, which it's a lot, but some of this stuff was like from college, and I just want to keep them for design purposes, always to reflect on. Some is for interior design and event planning, which I do freelance. Then we have some about PCOS, which I do have and I talk about a little bit. And then like plants. So it's not all just, fiction and autobiographies, biographies, history books. Like some of it is just like school stuff and educational stuff as well.
So that I can see the shine
They
of
are
the piercing in
so
her nose.
helpful.
Julie hardly ever comes in at night anyway. My cousin, she was a cutter.
Here we have the shell of the closet. One thing I did do was move the tent all the way to the wall because I felt like it was just moved over a little bit too much. Then I put the beanbag back. The rest of the art outside of the very top shelf has stayed the same. I am now counting how many sections I guess I have in here. And with that, I'm going to count how many sections I have out here on the floor.
Close my eyes. I can't believe it's not a dream tonight. Light as fire. The river swiftly carrying soft as rain. Your gentle heart next to me, holding me in place. I won't fight the day coming to an end, long as I can spend my life with you. Don't let go. Don't you know you're an endless summer night, light of mine. We'll be fine, sweet like honey, light like wine. Wait and see, patiently wondering what this could be. You and me, sailing out in the blue, picture perfect sea. Don't let go. Don't you know you're an endless summer night, light of mine. We'll be fine, sweet like honey, light like wine. Don't let go. Don't you know you're an endless summer night, light of mine. We'll be fine, sweet like honey, always mine. Sweet like honey, always There is a rainbow up over your house, while you've been soaking, lying on the couch. If only you could see it now. All this time working it out. What do you need to get free inside? And everything's changing all the time. There is a garden growing in the yard. There is a star falling in the dark. Isn't that just who we are? Isn't that who we are?
Okay, so honestly, it doesn't look too different in here. It's just organized, and then it has the extra shelf. So I'll tell you what I did so far and what I have left to do. As you saw, I put up the floating shelves. And then up here, I just have Black History. Up top all the way is the rest of my like biographical, autobiographical types of stuff. So biographies and autobiographies. And then moving over, I'm still at the top, sorry. Just goes into like some romance. Then we have some healing. Moving over to Midnight. That is a classic, okay, from back in my day with The Coldest Winter. Life After Death is new. It was like, I think, the sequel to The Coldest Winter. I didn't finish it, but I do want to revisit it. Sorry, y'all are a little bit crooked. See if I could. There we go. Going down, we have some classics like Waiting to Exhale. And then we have the Mary Monroe series, the God series. And then we have poetry. These are some more Black authors, we are now on this row. More Black authors, and these are like older books. So then moving here, we have spiritual types of books, and then I Take My Coffee Black there because I wanted to face it forward. I did put these book holders, the clear ones, on all the front facing books because I was really scared they will fall. Moving here, we have inspirational, motivational types of books. Make Your Bed, Rich Bitch, Why Men Love Bitches, Atomic Habits, Find Your Why, books like that. And like I said, here is Black History. Now, I feel like this section will probably expand a lot, and I might have to start putting some on the other side. So let's go to the top shelves on the other side, then we'll go down to the middle shelf and the diagonals. So back there we just have, let me see. Okay, we got the wrong feature on. We have we have educational books, like as I mentioned, health, plants, design, school stuff. Then here we have other history, some Indian history, American history. I want to say that's it. Might be some other stuff there. I don't know why I put the 48 Laws of Power there, but I think it was mentioned under historical or psychological or something. So I just put it over there. I did look up my stuff on Alibris, I think that's how you pronounce it, to see how these books classified. So then we have some random fiction here. Up there we have some suspense mystery thrillers, some other types like historical fiction and things like that. And then these are a few classics like I don't know if Behold a Pale Horse is classic. I find it like conspiracy type books or a conspiracy type book. And then To Kill a Mockingbird, I feel like is a classic. But then we have some short stories. So this is kind of like a catch-all area. So then we're going to turn, you guys know down here, we have the TBR card. Honestly, if I do, I guess, get way more books, then I can just put like some shelves there as well. But I don't think I'm going to need that, to be honest. So starting with the middle shelves, going into the middle shelves, we have some Toni Morrison on that shelf. And then we have Rupi Kaur. I hope I'm saying it correctly. These two are going to have some sets. So I might put the Twisted series and the Dreamland Billionaire series, because those two don't have like boxes. Like the Game of Thrones has boxes. Twilight has a box. The Divergent series has a box. I don't know why this thing, let's recenter. Okay. Here we go. It was like crooked for a second, but you can see some of these do have boxes. So and I was thinking about doing like Namesake and Fable because the spines are really pretty. So I might just do like a continuation the same way I did that shelf. So I think that's what I'm going to do here, like going into from fantasy standalones into some fantasy sets, and then like the Twisted and the Dreamland Billionaire. So I think that's how I'm going to do that. But I didn't touch the sets yet because I have yet to log every single set. The cran elderberry, 10 out of 10. I only like the 100% juices. Do not give me cranberry cocktail unless it's a drink, and I don't really like drinking anymore. Here we are, back in the closet. So I was a little like annoyed with how empty these shelves looked, but I think as I finish reading my books, because I just finished A Girl in Pieces, and it got better at the end. I will say that. My hair, don't mind it. So I think as I clear off what I've read at the top shelf, I can just put them back on the shelf over here. And that might make my life easier. And what I might do is move all of the books somehow, some way onto one shelf that are like my newer books that are already there. And then I will put all the books I read on one shelf just for at the end of the year, I can do a recap. So I think that will make our lives easier. We are here with the sets, and I am currently taking them off or down, and the ones I'm all exposed, the ones without boxes. Okay, that was a mistake. I will. Okay, here we go. So the ones without boxes, I will then have them closer to the top and have book holders, these bookends holding them if needed, or I'll just turn them to the side like this.
Tell me, do the seasons change? In your mind, coming in with the rain. Tell me, does it feel like home? Let it in, let it go on now. Pull it close to give it up somehow. Tell me, do you stay the same? If you could just see me now, would you believe it now? Clouds breaking, the sky spilling over. I'm coming clean in the water. You were just holding out for everything you got now. Come close, you can lean on my shoulder. We're coming clean in the water. Tell me, does it like it alone? When you're left with the world all alone. Tell me, does the time slow down? Let it in, let it go on now. Feel it change to what it's all about. Tell me, does it all slow down? If you could just see me now, you would believe it now. Clouds breaking, the sky spilling over. I'm coming clean in the water. You were just holding out. I think that you're got it now. Go dive in and take back your power. We're coming clean in the water.
We have finally reached the end. I hope this video isn't too long after editing, but it was so worth it. It's probably 2 to 3 days worth of work altogether. But again, overall, I'm just loving how this space turned out overall. So let's do a quick tour. I do believe I told you guys basically kind of everything that we did in here. But let's recap. So over here to the right, this shelf that's empty, I decided I'm just going to put my finished books there instead of how I had it before. So then on the second diagonal shelf, we have some Black authors up top. We have a Colleen Hoover section. This section is kind of miscellaneous, a little bit of murder mystery, I think, and social issues. Then we have the Sadiqa Johnson. Here is some romance. Then we have some fantasy, sci-fi, and etc. And then I think this is like contemporary. And then again, we have my annotation shelf down there. So right here, when you first walk in, I just set Twilight over here because I'm currently reading it, so I wanted to keep it away from all the other sets. Inside the bucket or the basket, I'll probably just put new editions before I log them into Bookly and organize them. So that'll be like the new book basket. Then here we have the sets. Again, apologies for the lighting. It is not the best, but I love how I actually only had to use one bookend, and that was next to this set of books here. I used a clear one, but other than that, they kind of just stacked perfectly by themselves, and I have more room to bring the book sets up. So going on to the display, so we have our biographies and autobiographies. We have some of my prettier spines. You see it? It's so cute. So I thought, coming from the blue from Kerry Washington, Thicker Than Water, to Fable on the spine would have been really, really cute. So I did that. Now, you can't really see the pretty spines of this book. So I'm thinking, I don't know yet, but I got to figure something out to see the spine because Namesake does cover it. But these are like fantasy sets. And then we have two standalones. I'm sorry, not the spine, the pages. I just realized what I said. The pages, the sprayed edges are really, really nice. I love the purple one. Then we have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Love the black edges, of course. Decided to put Dreamland Billionaire series here. I can always change out that series with any book set from here, but I just decided to do that one first on display. Again, the Ruby Core section, Toni Morrison, Black classics, some inspirational, and another Black book that I keep calling them Black. Like, don't be offended if you're watching this. Like, what do you mean Black? I'm Black, y'all. So it's just like Black authors. Okay. So, it's going to be about Black life, what we deal with, experiences, things like that. So that's why I'm saying Black. But then we have some more inspirational, motivational types of books. Moving over, Black history and history are over here. And then we have my lamp that I had to bring in here and my workout clothes. But we don't have to see that, Let's act like we never saw that, because when you stand at the door, you don't see none of that. And down here, just an additional bean bag. Actually, my sister, she came in here with me before. My sister and my cousin, she was sitting on a bean bag, and then I took a bunch of pillows out and put it on the floor for my cousin, and we were all in here reading. So this space actually fits a comfortable 4 people, real comfortable 3, but it's probably really a really, really nice kind of duo type of setup. Let's turn the big light off. and it does get pretty dim in here. However, when you're underneath the tent lights, you can still see your books. You can use a book light, and typically I would have it on either white, but again it flashes on camera, or I will put it on like this yellow, like warm yellow orange light if I can get to it, but it doesn't show up well on camera. But yeah, this is how it looks low lit, and I absolutely love sitting here with it on this setting. But hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all come see me for more book content.
Sunday morning, soft light, coffee going quiet side.